to give you documentations, girl.
Oh my God, do. Somebody please say it ain't so. I heard the craziest rumor I ever heard in my life. In case you missed it, Freddy P from Making the Band went on the Art of Dialogue and said that Beyonce is the one that they went and got that infamous cheesecake for before DoorDash was invented. Diddy had them Uber eating for Beyonce to satisfy her needs because she was pregnant, allegedly, with Diddy's baby. She was craving all night. He couldn't shut her up. She needed something sweet. He sent them boys to go get Beyonce some cheesecake because she was up in the brownstone, right next to the brownstone where the members of the band was staying. Because Diddy owned the entire building, he had Beyonce up in there and didn't nobody even know about it. Now, these are all rumors, allegations, and speculations, but one thing for sure, Freddy P did confirm that the cheesecake that they got wasn't for Diddy. It was indeed for Beyonce, and the streets is saying the reason why Diddy took it upon himself to get Beyonce that cheesecake is because she was allegedly pregnant with his baby.
Okay, fun fact a lot of people don't know. That cheesecake we went and got was for Beyonce. She was upstairs the whole time. What we was talking about again? Hold on. Yeah, that's a fun fact people don't know. People like, y'all walked and got a cheesecake. It was for Beyonce.
Hold up. So Diddy sent them to go get a cheesecake for Beyonce. Was she up in his hotel suite? He had them living in a building. Was it another part of the building that he owned specifically for freak-offs? I think that's the same building where Mace took Cameron and Cameron found the sex toy in the sink. He had Beyonce in the same spot where they was making the band. Because if y'all remember, it was a building with like 4 different buildings, and Diddy owned the whole brownstone. He had the band living in one side, and you mean to tell me he had Beyonce set up in a whole nother building attached to the building? You know, like how the townhomes got 4 different homes in one building. So one for the band, one for Beyonce, one for Mason Cam, and one for whoever else he had. But he had one set up for Beyonce and sent the people in the first building to go get one slice of cheesecake for the girl in the next building. And they're saying allegedly Jay-Z didn't know nothing about this. He had no clue, just like we had no clue. And if it wasn't for her peeking out the window, Freddy P, Chopper, and the rest of the band would have never knew that Beyonce was up in there.
People don't know. That cheesecake we went and got was for Beyonce. She was upstairs the whole time.
What?
What we was talking about again? Hold on. Yeah,
What?
That's a fun fact people don't know. People like, y'all walked and got a cheesecake. It was for Beyonce.
So Beyonce had a sweet tooth she was craving that night, and Diddy sent them out there to get her some food before Uber Eats was invented? They door dashed for Beyonce before DoorDash was even thought of. They went on foot to satisfy her needs because Diddy fulfilled her request because she was waiting. She needed something sweet. He was too busy working with the band, so he sent them to go get her a slice of cheesecake. And when they brought it back, he gave it to Beyonce. She ate it, and ain't no telling what she did after that. She probably went to sleep. They probably stayed up all night. Either way, she was with Puff. Jay-Z wasn't there, because if he was, I'm pretty sure he would have walked to get her some cheesecake the way he loved her. Now they talking about they filing for divorce. The marriage is over. They got about 4 or 5 kids, all because of something she did back in the day when Diddy was filming Making the Band. She was there and she ain't had no business being there. Now, allegedly, they're saying that Diddy's daughter is actually Beyonce's daughter. And the reason why she was up in there like that is because she gave birth and she needed assistance. They had to keep it away from the public. She was craving. You know how pregnant women are when they want something. Cheesecake, peanut butter, and jelly. He had to keep this woman fed while keeping her a secret at the same time.
Well, that was one of the people be like, who you met, you know what I'm saying, that like it threw you out, like it took you back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce, I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people, he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So
He said at the time, like Diddy used him for a time that he wanted to have a good time. And once he was done with him, that's when they lost touch. It was all buddy, friendly that night when he was at the party with Beyonce, and they took full advantage of this young man. When he was hot, they got him while he was hot. He ain't hot no more. He cooled down a whole lot. So Diddy ain't have that same energy after this night.
he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in
Right.
at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to.
Right.
Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop, and that was just dope.
So Beyonce walked over to him. The same way Diddy had his arm around him, Beyonce made her move. Once everybody left, that was her request. Just like the cheesecake situation. She requested for the baby of all people. So why would Puff leave Beyonce with the baby if that wasn't his baby mother? Do y'all see the subliminals here? He took a liking to that young man. He know that Beyonce wanted the baby. So did he give her the baby? According to this information, he did give her the baby. But I'm not saying that the rapper is the only baby that Puffy gave to Beyonce. Allegedly, what they talking about out here in these streets is that Beyonce is Diddy's baby mother. I know that sounds crazy, but why else would Diddy give her the baby if that's not what she wanted, or if that's not what she already had? They said that her and Jay-Z was going through fertilization problems. They had to go get a surrogate and all this other nonsense. Y'all heard it in the news. I'm not here to confirm anything. I'm just regurgitating what I heard, and I know y'all heard it too. But if Diddy gave her the baby, does that mean that Diddy is her baby father? With this scenario with the rapper, I'm not talking about them having intercourse or them having sex. I'm talking about this right here.
Well, that was one of the people be like, who you done met, you know what I'm saying, that like it threw you out, like it took you back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Beyonce, I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people, he had put them out.
He put everybody else out the crib, but left the baby in the crib for Beyonce to come get the baby. So technically, Diddy gave Beyonce a baby.
But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right. Wow.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put into perspective of the type of company I was in
Right.
at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to.
Right.
Beyonce, cut it out. But I'm a big fan of your work, you know what I'm saying?
So if Puffy didn't give her the baby, and which he did, because that's how the baby was able to meet Beyonce, but was they trying to use him for a surrogate father for Diddy's baby with Beyonce? Because Jay-Z ain't have nothing to do with this. Even though he was there, he wasn't the one calling the shots. And this around the time where Beyonce was looking to get pregnant. Now, this is after the band, but they had to band together in order for her to get pregnant. By the sounds of things, when they was filming that show and Freddy P was sucking on his thumb and fighting with the rest of the members, Enes and Dylon, all of them was fighting when Freddy P was sucking on his thumb. Was Beyonce peeking out the window, admiring him, wishing that he was the baby? Did Puff have to tell her to hold on and wait for a literal the baby to come along so they can give birth? Y'all gonna have to let me know in the comment section, man.
Well, did he start snitching?
He better. But the only thing I'm interested in him talking about is everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White, Jay-Z's pregnant mistress,
Pregnant?
who died 24 hours after she announced that she was going public with their relationship and the baby while he was married to Beyonce. See, I know you know what happened to Corey, Diddy, you and Jay-Z. Down in Vegas in Tao with Claudia. Why don't you just talk about Kathy? That might help.
Now,
Was
Jack,
it an aneurysm, Diddy?
That's
Or are
dope.
you the one who paid the same coroner that you... Oh, Diddy, you should talk.
So you mean Jay-Z had a woman named Cassie killed? So Diddy beat on the Cassie, but according to Jaguar Wright, Jay-Z killed a Cassie. And she was pregnant with his baby. And Beyonce was allegedly pregnant with Diddy's baby while he was beating on Cassie after they made the band. Wait a minute, hold on. I must be hearing something wrong. Let me hear that one more time, man.
But the only thing I'm interested in him talking about is everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White,
Cassie.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress,
What?
who died 24 hours after she announced that she was going public with their relationship and the baby while he was married to Beyonce. See, I know you know what happened to Corey, Diddy, you and Jay-Z. Down in Vegas in Tao with Claudia.
Wait, that's Diddy, that's Jay-Z, and that's the girl, and she pregnant with a bottle in her hand, just like Blueface's baby mother was drinking in the club with her baby. So Jay-Z didn't want to have a retarded kid like Chrisean Rock. And no disrespect to her. So was that why Beyonce was allegedly cheating on Jay-Z with Diddy while he was making the band? Then turned around and asked the baby to be the surrogate father behind Jay-Z's back, so ain't none of them kids really Jay-Z's kids? Allegedly. Y'all gonna have to let me know in the comment section. I'm through with it, man. I can't talk about this no more because these are rumors. They're claiming that Beyonce is Diddy's baby's mother. I know that sounds ridiculous, but people say anything on the internet to get views. I'm just letting y'all know what I heard. Now you heard it too. A lot of people heard this nonsense. Do I believe it? No, because these are allegations and speculations, but a lot of y'all do believe it because y'all believe anything y'all hear on the internet. Let me know if you believe it or if you don't believe it. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification button too. I got so much love for y'all. I'ma holla at y'all on the next video. I risk my mother.
Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl.
Sean got the jocks. I'm keeping it funky like some socks. Ponytail with the box, and my cell phone look like a box. Try not to get shell shocked when I start busting out the docs. I got secret videotapes of your mom cussing out your pops all over a box of corn pops. This rhythm got your pop.